Hello there. First of all, I apologize for the horrible quality of this video. I'm literally just, I don't know, I was supposed to go to lesson today, but I live on an island and the weather is terrible, and when the weather is really bad, they shut off all the ports, so I can't go anywhere, so I can't go to lesson today. And since I got all dressed up and I felt like I look really nice, and I can't do anything with that, I thought I might as well record a video because I had some thoughts I wanted to get out, actually. Yeah, so here I am. If you watched my last update video, you'll know that I'm been still, quote unquote, at my art course with my classmates, and they all assume I'm a cis guy. So that's been weird because I am a very open person, right? I like to be open with my struggles, with my feelings, with my thoughts, and with my emotions. Like, I like to be vulnerable. What can I say? I'm a soft boy. It's like really no big deal for me to just, when I feel insecure, I say it. I'll be outright to whatever is sitting next to me. Hey, I'm feeling insecure right now. It's just how I operate. That's just how I act. That's not necessarily me looking for reassurance. It's just me being like, I'm feeling this thing. I'm feeling this type of way. I might as well just, say it. Maybe this person next to me has some interesting insight on that, or maybe, just saying it out loud is going to make me feel better. I don't know. And I mean, if the person doesn't like me talking about it, they can just tell me to stop and not talk about it, and I won't. I won't talk to them about that anymore. I just, and that's just the kind of person that I am. And so, well, a while ago, like last week, we had our first anatomy lesson. And I mean, I really liked the lesson. It was very well made. I like anatomy as an artist. I really, really do. But it was very, very binary and very, very cis-normative in the way they thought us. Like, they were like, okay, so this is the human skeleton. This is a woman's skeleton, this is a man's skeleton, these are the differences between those. And I mean, of course, it was, the professor himself said that it was, a generalization. People, there's all sorts of different people, but as a rule, this is kind of like a model to go by. All of this traditional stuff that I know extremely well, not just as an artist, but also as a trans person, because I'm an artist and a trans person, so of course I spend my entire life staring at people and thinking, so what makes me different from those people? What makes me like those other people? What can I do better to pass? What can I do to mask my skeleton and my skull to make it look more traditionally masculine so that I pass? Or at least that's how I spent my life up until now. Right now I don't really need to do it, and it's extremely weird because I'm not used to it. And then I was like, after the lesson was done, I said to my desk, like to the guy who always sits next to me in lesson, like, he doesn't know I'm trans, but I just, passed it off as an insecurity thing. I was like, well, geez, this lesson really brought me down because it reminded me everything that's wrong with my skeleton and with myself. And he was like, why, what's wrong with it? Because of course he doesn't know. And I was like, well, my skull is all wrong. It's like, it doesn't look like a traditional man's skull. My skull is short, my jawline is soft, my brow ridge is smooth, and my whole jaw bone is very small, and especially compared to the rest of my skull. And my eyes are way too big, and it looks ridiculous and ugly compared to a normal guy's skull. The way, that's just the facts. Like, I might feel like might be objective. There might be people who think I'm hot. I am getting a lot better at thinking myself not entirely disgusting, but that's just the objective facts. Like, that's what my face looks like. Listen, and he was like, so what? And that kind of like bugs me a lot. When people are like, when I'm like, oh, I'm ugly because isn't it and that, and they're like, and what? And then, so what? Like, you're ugly. What's the problem with that? And I just don't understand. I just cannot understand this, because maybe it's the way I was raised. Maybe it's the female socialization that I got growing up speaking, but I do not grasp this concept of don't care if you're ugly. Like, I don't get how people can just find themselves ugly. Like, I don't understand how people can find themselves unattractive and ugly and be okay with it. I'm not, like, I'm not saying that I'm judging people for not fixing stuff or not. You can look whatever way you want or do whatever the fuck you want with your appearance. I don't care. It's your choice, not mine. What I mean is that when someone, like, I don't get how someone can be okay. And this is not me getting mad at people. This is me ranting about my own issues and trying to get them out in a coherent stream of thought since I have nothing better to do this morning. What I'm trying to say is that I've thought that I was ugly for most of my life. The earliest I can remember genuinely finding myself ugly was about first, second year of middle school, right? Because, like, as a kid, I didn't really give a shit about how I looked. I knew that I was supposed to not like myself because I thought that that's what girls did as a whole. But I didn't I didn't actually think I was ugly. I just thought, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna think I'm ugly because that's what girls do. And when I grew up, yeah, I did find myself ugly, but it wasn't because of the reason that I thought. It was dysphoria that I didn't realize was such. Like when puberty hit, I started looking myself and seeing myself as male. Like I looked in the mirror and I saw a boy. I didn't see a girl when I looked in the mirror, and I thought that made me ugly. I thought, like, I'm not supposed to feel like this. I'm not supposed to look like this. I'm supposed to be a girl and look like a girl, and people should think I'm a pretty girl, right? So I felt ugly. And then when I realized I was trans, the opposite thing happened. When I tried to look for a boy in the mirror and I didn't see one, I saw like a very feminine looking girl looking at me, and I felt disgusting because I felt like, oh, well, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty as a girl, but like, I don't want to be a pretty girl. I want to be an attractive guy, right? And I thought like the attributes that made me pretty as a girl made me incredibly ugly as a man. Like, and that's been my mindset for most of my adolescent years. Tea is fixing a lot of my insecurities, so I'm cool with that. But the thing is, there's a lot of people who are just like, mostly cis, and I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly cis men who are like, oh, what if you're ugly? Like, why should you care? Don't care about it. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I don't know how you can find yourself ugly and be okay with it, right? I just, like, I don't understand a world where I settle for myself looking in a way if I'm ugly. I don't want that. I don't want to, look at myself in the mirror and think, oh, I'm ugly, but that's okay. I want to look at myself in the mirror and like myself. I want to look at myself in the mirror and think, oh, I'm really fucking hot. Is that so wrong? And maybe I need to change my way of thinking about it, or maybe I need to change my appearance. I don't know. Maybe I just need to find a style that works better with me. Maybe I need to find a better haircut. Maybe I need to work out more. Or maybe I just need to rewire my fucking brain and think that what I look like is enough. But I just cannot imagine settling for anything less than, holy fucking shit, I'm hot and I love it. I cannot understand. I cannot imagine. Like, I really literally cannot imagine a future where I'm happy and also okay with the fact that I'm ugly. Right? And I don't know, this doesn't really have a point. It's just me rambling about, I don't understand, like, about stuff I don't understand. Like, I know not a lot of people watch my videos and not a lot of people comment either, but if you do, please, I'm begging you, really, please leave a comment and tell me, like, what's your thought process on that? Like, do you think you're ugly? Do you think you're attractive? And what do you do about that? Like, do you think do you find yourself unattractive and think that's cool? Or did you work to get to a point where you find yourself attractive? Or did you just ever always think you were good looking? I don't know. I cannot imagine. I honestly can't relate. I just don't know. Like, it really baffles me. And also, of course, like, because I don't know what to respond to when people tell me that, like, oh, just don't care about it. Like, what's, like, yeah, you think you're ugly, so what? Why should you care? Like, I really don't know what to respond to them, because, like, of course I care. Of course I care. Of course I want to be attractive. Of course I want to be seen as attractive by other people and by people I might be interested in. I don't want people to be interested in, to be like, oh yeah, he's ugly, but he has a great personality. I don't want that. I want people who look at me to think, oh, he's hot. Is that so wrong? Is that so, I don't know, is that such a wild concept? Is it just me? Am I weird? I thought it was a pretty normal human instinct. I didn't think it was such a fucking weird concept. I want to be attractive. I want people to find me attractive. Is that so wrong? I don't know. I really just, I don't know. I'm at a loss here. I don't know what to think about this. So that's why I'm asking you guys. I'm talking about this. I'm making a video because I have nothing better to do. So yeah. Oh, again, and if you maybe don't want to comment and you know me personally, just like DM me, talk to me about this issue, because I'm really curious to know what other people think of this. If I'm just one, the one weird idiot in the world, or cishet guys are, aliens, as per usual. Thank you. Thank you for listening to this mad ramble. I hope it wasn't too long. It's been going for 15 minutes, kind of, which is not too long, but it depends on how short it's gonna be after I edit it. So thank you for listening. I have no idea what this was. Again, I apologize for the terrible quality. The weather is terrible and lighting is terrible. I just needed to get this out. Peace.